11-year-old's prank ends in a felony charge. Can an 11-year-old go to prison?
Message from someone saying they were behind a car. Their friend was kidnapped from a Chick-fil-A in Palm Coast, and they were on the interstate behind the car.
Everything on your phone is telling me that you made a phone call 911.
But I didn't talk.
Because you did something stupid.
Oh, they lock her up. Wait. Pause. Chat. Can you get locked up if you're 11? They go to juvie? You go to juvie? This is wild. What the
On July 26, 2023, dispatchers in Volusia County receive urgent 911 text from a driver who claims to be following an armed kidnapper's van on the interstate. When they trace the phone, however, they learn the messages are coming from a residence in Port Orange, turning a plea for help into an unexpected lesson in consequences.
I'm telling you this right now, you're going to take this as a lesson at 11 years old, that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs.
I'm not going to do this again.
The following report is based on official police records, and the footage has mostly never been seen before until now. It's just after 9:45 a.m. when 911 begins receiving texts from someone named Lily Lee Combs. She claims to be following a kidnapper's van on the interstate, and updates are still pouring in. Volusia County deputies, multiple area police departments, and a helicopter join the urgent search. When they fail to locate the van, a deputy tries calling the phone number that's been sending the text messages.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Is this what's your name? Can you hear me? Hello? I'm trying to reach the person that called 911.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Oh, shit, I'm on phone.
Please leave your message for 3.
Oh, it's going voicemail. It says, aren't you confirming there?
Wait, was she texting the police? You could text the police? I could text 911?
They're in a blue Jeep. Victim is in a white van. They can see they are being
You
restrained
can?
in the windows. At the turnaround?
A new text message comes through, including a detailed description of the suspect, who's described as having brown hair and blue eyes.
How is she behind them? She's seeing this happen, and she knows what color eyes he has.
What the
Brown hair and blue eyes, but she's behind them, like,
if she was saw the incident or saw witnessed the kidnapping, or how would you even be following them and know any of this?
Someone said you should try it. I'm not texting the police. You, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I probably would if I was younger. If I was 11, I would probably do some stupid shit. I don't know.
confirming they were in a blue Jeep, victim in a white van.
I wouldn't go this deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's by any means, but it's
Like, hi, my mama beat me because I didn't fold my clothes. Hello, and I get Chick-fil-A.
just,
Yeah.
I've had calls like this
Please.
before.
Their suspicions about the text messages are all but confirmed when a GPS trace on the phone comes back to a residence in Port Orange, indicating the texter is not traveling on the highway as they claimed. Deputies quickly head to the residence to investigate.
Hi there, how you doing? Is this your residence, sir?
This is.
Do you have a daughter or a child at the home named by Lily Lee?
No.
No?
Anybody home?
Yeah, my wife, my kids. We just got home from Pennsylvania. I have an Ava and a Mikey.
Ava and Mikey.
Yep.
1 Delta 5.
Would you like to see them?
The deputies follow him to his house, where he informs his wife what's going on.
There was a 911 call?
Yeah, so somebody called in, or they texted.
Sorry, I'm in my pajamas.
No, it's fine.
You're fine.
It's cool,
Someone
girl.
texted
We don't
into
mind.
911 that someone was getting kidnapped and they were on the interstate, but then when they
Hold
went,
on, unblur his back. Was that mad sweat? Did this motherfucker sweating? Never mind. I'm bugging. My fault.
but then when they went and did a location on the phone, the address was showing up here.
They could track phones?
As their daughter Ava steps into the garage, her phone rings. The deputy answers it, leading to a shocking conclusion.
Hello? Hold on. Who's this?
Volusia County Sheriff's Office.
All right, cool. This is Deputy Asby, the Sheriff's Office.
Oh, good. You got her.
Yep. All right.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Is her dad home?
Yep. I got both her parents here.
We're going to ask the sheriff to go away in a second.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
What happened? I'm so...
Let me see this phone.
Yeah, so all these other numbers, so there's a phone call out to 911.
There's a phone call out to
Yeah.
Right there.
911? What time?
That's her
There's one
call.
right
That's
here.
her calling it.
There's 911 again right there.
This phone was called.
These numbers
Badass
calling back
kid.
in are no caller ID.
You did.
Well, there's 3 different times
How long do you go to jail for this?
the 911 was called out from this phone.
9:30 a.m.
Yep.
That was the initial call.
Twice.
But I didn't mean to call that because But you did.
Reports show that the number belonging to Ava dialed 911 at 9:30. When asked where the emergency is, a female identified as possibly a juvenile responded, "I'm sorry, I dialed the wrong number." The same phone number would later begin texting 911 to report the kidnapping.
When did I'm just so
What will possess her to do? Oh my
sorry,
god.
when did
I don't get it.
you got a message about an interstate?
So there was a text message from someone saying they were behind a car.
Could I call this
Who
back?
was kidnapped.
That's
Their friend was kidnapped from a Chick-fil-A in Palm Coast, and they were on the interstate behind the car.
What time is this?
This
Today?
is like, yeah, this is
How's an
today.
11-year-old even make this up, bro?
This
We
is
got
actively going
home
on
at
right now.
2:30 in the morning,
Okay.
so we were here the whole time since 2:30. We were on the interstate coming home from
everything's showing that
Pennsylvania.
Right.
you called out.
We showed up here like 2:10, 2:15
Okay.
And we went to
but,
bed.
But these 911 calls
for this
out.
morning. You were calling 911? You were. Don't look surprised. You did. You
Did
did
you
it on your
know?
phone.
Did they say anything to you?
Bad kid, dude.
No one said anything to you?
Did you say, Ava, you have to explain what happened here. Something's going on. What did you know? What do you know?
Mikey, go inside. Ava, get your shoes on. Come out here.
W, Dad. Oh, you hear Mikey?
To know what happened.
No, you are in trouble. Don't lie to one now. You in trouble. You going to jail. You going to jail.
It's like weird.
You going to where you belong, little thug. You was a little thug. You gonna get locked up.
Because we got to make sure that there's not somebody that's being kidnapped on the interstate and we're trying to find them. And all of
Open
a
your
sudden-
mouth if you said something on the phone.
I didn't say anything.
Everything on your phone is telling me that you made a phone call to 911.
Lying ass.
While one deputy heads to her cruiser, she greets officers from the
That's why kids shouldn't have phones? No. F that. I feel like kids should have phones. Probably not access to the internet, but having phones to call 911 if they're in a situation, I think that's good. I want my kid to have a phone. You know what I mean? But that dumb motherfucker better not call the police on some stupid shit. What the were you thinking, dude?
Port Orange Police
Little
Department,
badass kid.
who just arrived at the scene.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, I was just trying to make heads or tails of that damn call. There's
Where's-
so many notes in it, my God.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. We're with the parents and the daughter, and I guess the daughter did have. We pulled up the call log, and she did call 911.
So the whole armed kidnapping thing and all that stuff is bogus?
Jesus.
There was no text evidence when we looked through it, so I don't know if she deleted it real quick or if it's like through an app. Yeah, it seems it's probably just the swatting thing. She's like 10 years old.
11-year-olds could delete text messages? I think I was a dumbass kid. I don't even think I thought about doing any of this stupid shit. To be honest with you, I didn't even know you could fucking delete call logs and messages when you're 11. Like, what? I feel like I got consciousness when I was like maybe 17. You know what I mean? I feel like I finally woke up and I was like, whoa, what the was that? I'm here, you know?
Wow, okay. Yeah.
While Ava's parents demand an explanation, deputies prepare to Mirandize the 11-year-old, who has yet to fully grasp the gravity of the situation.
You just lied to the police and mommy and daddy. You just lied to everybody.
You have 3 sheriffs here for stupidity.
Tell them what you just said to us.
Open your mouth. I'm telling you, open your mouth.
Oh.
She's going to read you something, and then we're going to ask you some questions. What's your name? Ava? How old are you, Ava?
My right, you're so
All right,
lonely.
Miss Ava, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions.
They're
And to
reading the Amanda Rights.
have the lawyer present.
You're
Any
going to
questions?
jail.
If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before my questioning if you wish.
We're reading her rights.
Miranda, that's what I said. I know that too.
Because you did something stupid.
Right.
Let me explain something here, okay? You can cry about this. What you've done here is a felony, okay?
Holy, how long
It's
is
a
she?
felony crime, and you probably had 20 law enforcement officers at least, a helicopter, and all running with lights and siren on high speed to try to apprehend or try to stop a serious forcible felony from happening. Do you know what happens if one of those officers crashes and gets killed on the way to responding to something that you did as a joke. So you better.
Why didn't she prank call Papa John's or some shit? Why the are we doing the police? Is that the only number she knew? She get the yellow pages.
Take this serious.
Under pressure from both her father and the deputy, Ava offers an excuse for her actions, which doesn't sit well with the deputy.
Ava, you need to tell the exact truth. I don't want a story. I don't care what it is. I want the exact truth.
You can't make this go away by being quiet. The only thing you're going to end up, that's going to happen to you is you're going to end up in a pair of handcuffs going to our juvenile facility.
Oh.
I'm not going to mince any words with you. That's a very distinct possibility of what can happen here today. Don't look at your mother. She didn't have any part in this. This was all you.
Yesterday, I beat my brother. Said something that I know that just made me pop in the head, and then I ended up doing it today and doing all this.
Was he part of planning this with you?
No, he just said it, and I.
What did he say?
He said, "What's 911?"
This is your brother?
How old is the brother?
He said it this way. What's 911?
Well, we can. When we're done, will you wait a minute?
And I
Is she just blaming the little brother? He's 7. Oh my fucking God, dude. There's no way. Does a 7-year-old even know 911? Bro, am I dumb? I swear to God, I didn't know shit when I was young. When the fuck do you start walking and talking? Yes, 7 does. You learned that in pre-K. When the fuck are you in pre-K? 2. You start walking at 2.
So you're trying to blame this on your brother?
You could ask me.
Did he? Was he with you when you made this call?
No.
Okay. Was he with you when you made these texts?
No.
Okay. Then you did this. You were on your own for this.
She tried to
And
throw
if
her
your brother's
brother.
7 years old, you're not going to blame your 7-year-old brother for this. This was all your decision.
Holy shit, dude. This cop is on him.
Okay.
To call 911 to do what? What did he say to call 911?
Just call 911. You could ask him.
So can I ask?
What if
was
he told you to
something
go up on the roof
YouTube
and jump
that you
off the
saw?
roof? Would you do that? So what's the difference?
Deputies will soon discover the startling truth behind Ava's fabricated story.
Oh, shit.
For now, Ava's mother raises concerns about recent questionable activity on Ava's phone, but it does little to impact the situation.
You know?
So I have something really weird with that phone.
It's like every sibling interaction, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sibling gets in trouble and they just start snitching on everything. They just be lying to save their ass. It was him. No, it wasn't. I'll be looking at my mom. No, it wasn't. I'll pop my head out that door. No, mama, don't let that lie to you. That mama, look at me. I look like I got a phone to call 911. That was her ass, and I'll slam that.
When we first got that, the phone kept ringing non-stop, ringing in to me. And I was picking it up and there was like people talking and like, I'm like, hello. And like non-stop, like, I mean, every 4 seconds there was a call coming in with random numbers and I didn't know them. And I was saying, block contact. Like as soon as we got that phone number.
Okay,
was
well,
like this.
that has nothing to do with what went on today.
Questions about her intentions lead to a harsh reality check from the deputy, who forces Ava to consider the possible consequences of the false report.
What were you planning on happening out of this?
It was
What
a
did you
joke.
think was going to happen when you said somebody was kidnapped and somebody had a gun? What did you think was going to happen? Well, did you have any thoughts about how much of the law enforcement resources in this area you were going to take up by doing that?
No, I don't think she was thinking that. I think it was just dumbass, stupid ass kid. Dumb as
Probably never thought of that, right? Did you think of the men and women that have families at home that are driving 90 or 100 miles an hour with their lights and siren on, trying to save somebody who's a victim of an armed kidnapping, that they could be involved in a traffic crash and be seriously injured or killed because you wanted to make a joke? Does that seem funny to you?
Ooh.
Would that be funny if that happened? Because I can tell you that would be...
The cop is opening her eyes a little bit, bro. You know what I mean?
Looking at right now.
You physically see your father walk up to sheriffs, military, everybody, thank you for your service. And then you like this?
Though it
I'm so sorry.
wasn't captured on camera, reports state that Ava admitted to getting the idea to prank 911 from a YouTube challenge. and a deputy attempts to get more details.
Where video that you saw?
YouTube.
Where was it?
Oh my.
On YouTube? Do you remember who the creator was or who the poster was? What it was?
They took down the video already. There's no chance. They took that down. This going viral. They took that shit down. They're in trouble, bro.
This as in what? So it was a video about the Palm Coast Chick-fil-A. That's it. That's all the video was about?
Wait, what?
Gotcha. So, yep. So you saw a video that somebody made about how fun it would be to call 911 or text 911 and say somebody's got a gun, somebody's trying to
Oh, this little is stupid. I'm sorry, dude.
get hurt. You thought it'd be fun to recreate that.
What if she saw a video about killing people? Like, it'd be over, bro. You know what I mean? Or who knows? Doing drugs. Lock
Is
this
that what you're
thug
telling
up.
me?
She learn her lesson. Lock that little menace up to society.
However, Ava is about to realize an apology won't be enough to escape the consequences. Meanwhile, one deputy reveals that he was able to reach Ava by phone just before their arrival and got a less than friendly response from the young girl.
27 minutes, she lied to the dispatcher or the call taker over text, and then when I caught her up, she told me to F myself and stop responding.
Oh my. Yo, this little badass kid. What the
Hey, you know what's up? The jig's up.
That's when she started deleting more text messages.
Based on Ava's statements, deputies decide there's enough probable cause to arrest Ava and prepare to take
You could get arrested at
the
11.
11-year-old
Holy
custody.
yo.
Here, Amanda. Here, stop. Hey. Stop.
She can't sit in a dentist's office, so that's why I'm saying.
Deep breath.
Listen carefully. Don't make this.
Yo, they're dead locking up a little kid.
She'll be out there.
Stop resisting. Hold on. Don't worry, I got this. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Don't you move.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
What's your Ava?
Don't make me.
Stop
I do it.
struggling, okay? They're not going to hurt you. Yeah, they're not going to hurt you. Listen carefully what's going to happen here. No one's going to hurt you. You're going to sit in the car for now, okay? If you go somewhere, what it's going to involve is taking pictures, taking fingerprints, and then they're going to call your parents to come and get you. So don't make the situation any worse. They'll be up shortly after that.
Go in the car?
No, you can't go in the car.
You can cuff me if you have to.
It can't. It just can't happen.
Oh, bro, that's kind
I'm
of tough.
telling you this right now. You're going to take this as a lesson at 11 years old that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs.
I'm not going to do this again.
Ava is placed
W
into
lesson.
the back of the police
W lesson W dad, bro. W dad. Holy bro. L kid, little badass kid.
car, where her father delivers a few hard truths.
I'm just warning you, you're not going to sit for a couple hours. They're going to be bringing you into a building, fingerprinting you, doing all sorts of stupid for your stupid. Your life just changed, kid.
She need to learn, bro.
Over a phone call, your life just changed.
Minutes later, the reality of the situation continues to have an emotional impact on her parents.
Aw.
This is the best punishment for her right now. Stop stressing. This is the best thing for her because she's bouncing on it.
It sucks for us. I work my off with you to keep this kid doing stuff normal like we did as kids, and this is what he does.
Damn, bro.
According to a
This is a tough
statement
spot
from
to
the
be as a
Volusia
parent.
County Sheriff's Office, 11-year-old Ava was charged with making a false police report concerning the use of a firearm in a violent manner, a felony, and misuse of 911, a misdemeanor. After being processed at the Family Resource Center, she was later transferred to the Volusia Regional Juvenile Detention Center in Daytona Beach, Florida.
She got locked up.
An experience she is unlikely to forget.
Holy bro. Yo, shout out to the parents, though. Actually, W
We
parents.
requested more information about her case from the Volusia County Juvenile Court, and they said nothing is releasable.
Dude, W parents, oh my God, man. You know how hard it is to be a good parent in that situation?